Let's go. What's poppin'? 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 What's poppin', my people? Whatever. What's poppin' here, man? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Where power is at? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy. Man, they got the big. They don't have the big one. My favorite one right here. Let's see. Who wants something? Let's see. Oh, oh, you home? Yeah. Let's see. Now we got food at the house. Food. Food I want. What's that? Let's get some peanuts or something. You said go ahead like this. I hate roasting. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Uh, Black people never feel what they want. Nah, that's crazy. We're gonna talk about it though. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? These planks. Oh yeah. Bruh. To this day, I still love these. I ain't gonna lie. To this day. To this day. Hold on, y'all. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good day, brother. You too. Man. Thank you, man. What's poppin', my people? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Said pig. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So like today, I'm gonna do some research on that, bro, because like I say, I don't. When they say accidental, and when they say at first it was ruled, a suffocation, and then they came back and said that he was drowning, you know, you gotta watch out for stuff like that, man. You gotta watch out for stuff like that. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Y'all can hear me, right? Put an 8 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put an 8 in the chat if y'all can hear me well. Cool, perfect, 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 perfect. And like I say, man, you gotta watch out when they say accidental. You guys just watch out, bro. Cause and you gotta know, like these days, and I ain't saying everything is a conspiracy theory, but everything is a conspiracy theory, especially when you're dealing with Hollywood. Especially when you're dealing with Hollywood. Yeah, rest in peace, Todd. Everything needs to be looked. Yeah, like everything, everything. It's crazy though. Like 54, bro. Like you know what messed me up the most though. You know what messed me up the most though. Uh, that he was born. Look at that. That's beautiful. That he was born the same year as my mom. So like, when you think about it like that, he was born the same year as my mom. He was born the same year as my mom. So that's what That's what really. I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. Now I say, wow, he's the same age as me. Yeah. Like when you start looking at life like that, 54 in 2025 is young, man. 54 in 2025 is young. That's not old at all. I could be your mom, 85, 52. Yeah, that's young, man. Like in 2025, that's young as hell. So when you look at 1970, like that's young. And to go out like that and like we won't have no video, like I hope they damn, bro. Damn, brother. Oh, let's get inside. Let's get inside. Let's turn some Wi-Fi. Take the shoes off. Let's talk, man. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk about life, man. What's talking about people? Let me turn. Can y'all hear me better? Put an 8 in the chat. Y'all can hear me better. If y'all can hear me better, put an 8 in the chat. Perfect. Yeah. Like I say, he was born in 1970, August 1970. My mom was born September 1970. So it's just like when you start to see people, dying around your age, around your parents' age, it'd be like, damn, bro, 54, dog. Like 54 in 2025 is young. Can you still see me? Black screen, no volume. Can you see me? Put an 8 in the chat if you can see, if you can hear. Can you see? Can you hear? Put an 8 in the chat. Okay, good. Got you. Appreciate you. Thank you kindly. But yeah, like I gotta say, man, I did a lot of videos about celebrities, and I don't like, it's back. Okay. I don't like just rushing and putting out a video and just making up stuff and saying it's a sacrifice. I gotta do my research, and because the same thing happened with Angie Stone. We did a video with Angie Stone, and all the cameras around. No one has footage or nothing. That's what I'm saying. So, what I just always say, when you sign to Hollywood, bro, and then this not the only thing, because I've been following him on social media. He stands for his people. Go to his page. Go to his Instagram page. I know none of y'all thought about, like, go to his Instagram page. I don't know if he got a TikTok. I think he has TikTok, but he has an Instagram account. Go to his Instagram. Everything he do is for black people, bro. Everything he do is for black people. Notice you never seen him in no movies that degraded black people. Notice that. Everything he did was something, in a positive form for black people. So everything he did, he stood up for black people, bro. And only 54 years old. So that's why I say, when stuff like this happens, people want to get the views and just put a video out. But me, I have to do like I did with the Angie Stone situation. Because, of course, they're going to talk about on the news. They're going to talk about all the great things he did. The news they go pull the sheets over your eyes so you can't see what's really going on. And to me, I ain't gonna cap. Once you into Hollywood and something like this happened, everything is a conspiracy to me. It is what it is. And you just gotta connect the dots. I like to connect the dots with facts, though. So I'm doing my research tonight, and I'm on that, bro. Because if you go to his Instagram page, he was all about black people, and only 54 years old. He was doing big things. You know how certain childhood actors, as they grow up, they just disappear. No, this dude was doing big things after the Cosby Show. After the Cosby Show, he was doing big things. Like, he doing big things after the Cosby Show. So they don't expect people. They just expect people to say rest in peace and just move on with life. But no, I'm a different nigga. I'm a different breed. I'm going to do the research and see what was he working on. What was he trying to say? What message, Because at 54 years old, but you still got these evil Caucasian people living to 100 years old. Come on, bro. You gotta think about all that shit. Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. But you got all these evil motherfuckers, all these evil Caucasian people living to 100. Trump. Niggas ain't like think about this shit, bro. We gotta think about this. I think there was someone else who just died at 54. So they expect people to say rest in peace, for a day and just move on with life. But see, I don't operate like that. I don't operate like that because I can see through the sheets they try to put over our heads. I can see through all that shit. The Resident on Netflix is good too. Barry White, yeah, Phyllis Hyman, yeah, in their 40s and 50s, bro. You know how young 40s and 50s is? But yeah, you got Trump about to be 90. You got what's that dude who owned that record label? P. Diddy friend, a white dude. Like these dudes living to 100 years old. So you telling me nothing ain't happening to them? But to all our celebrities that speak up for black people, you got stuff happening with them. Accidental drowning, what? At 54, what? Like, I just use my common sense, bro. And this the thing I love of Clive Davis, yes. So you tell me this dude is still living through all Luther, he's still living through all these. Come on, bro. And see, I use my common sense. The first thing that comes, okay, this is what they said. When the post came up and they said it was an accidental drowning, what's the first thing that came to your mind? You like, oh hell no. Thank you. That's the truth. The first thing that comes to your mind is always the truth. So when they said it was an accidental drowning, the first thing that came to your mind was hell no, this can't be real. That's the truth. You always gotta trust your gut, man. Somebody told me that. Always trust your gut. Always trust the first response. If your first response was like, come on, bro, 54, accidental drowning, we ain't going for it. They said what? Rodney King, accidental drowning. You gotta see the pattern with these people. It's always a pattern. Either they say they deleted themselves, it was a drown, they drowned. It's always a pattern, bruh. I don't know if y'all see the pattern, but I see it. Samuel died at a similar age. The truth will stand on its own, Rock. Hey, Rockstar, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? I don't know if y'all see the pattern. Oh, wait, what you say, Kevin? Yeah, look at the age, Kevin. Yeah. It's something about black like celebrities or whatever when they speaking up for black people, or they not following the program, doing these dumbass movies that's downgrading us. It's something about them that they gotta get rid of them early, and it's always in their 40s or their 50s, sometimes in their early 20s. Y'all notice that? But these evil Caucasian people live forever. They live forever, terrorizing the world, living forever. But you telling me a 54-year-old man drowned because of a current, bro? Think about this shit that they be telling us, bro. Think about the shit they be telling us, bro. Happy Monday. And then they said it was first confirmed that it was asphyxia. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but it's asphyxia. They said it was suffocation. And then they came back and said it was drowning. They did the same thing with Kobe Bryant. They said Kobe Bryant killed in a helicopter, incident. And then they came back and they said, oh, he died. I'm telling you, y'all don't see the play. It's the same play over and over and over again. But they want the people to look at someone like me like I'm crazy. That's how they want you to feel. Makes no sense. There's definitely a pattern. The first thing that came to my mind was my friend Nathan, the black. Yeah, that was 32. Come on. Heartbreaking for his family. Yeah, heartbreaking, man. Like, that's crazy. 54, bro. Birdie, Africa, the only kid moved survival that got bombed in Philly, accidental drowning. Yeah, okay, come on. I'm telling you, bro, like with these people with the media, you have to use your common sense, especially when they start, oh, he was on the Cosby show. When they start talking good about him, you cannot trust these people, man. Oh, he jumped off the 10th floor. She jumped off the. You can't believe none of this shit. I told, like in my videos, I said, once you sign those Hollywood papers, they got you. They got you. They can get, and this all respect to the family, whatever. I'm not, I'm just speaking in general. They can say that you drowned, but they did something to you. Like the game is, that's why I say the game is cold. The game is cold out here. How about the 18-year-old young man that was killed was it in Memphis? You talking about the football player from New Orleans? Which one? Did you hear about the 2-year-old that was unalive? Oh yeah, trust me, that story coming too. May. That story coming. They gave him the wrong medicine or something like that, and they killed him. Yeah, college student. Yeah. The football player was going to Ole Miss. I think was it Ole Miss or Memphis? I feel the same way. Something happened. Yeah. What about the baby too? Yeah. And the news ain't talking about that shit. The autopsy report will not be done correct. No, I. That's why I keep saying in my videos, all these people on the same team. Once you sign those papers, once you sign those papers with Hollywood, they got you. They got you. They got you. Even Bill Cosby couldn't escape. They brought back stuff from 35, 40 years on his ass. Like, it's no escape. It's no escape. Yeah. It's no escape once you sign those papers, man. So that's why I'm always preaching these days, man. We don't need Hollywood, bro. We don't need fame. We don't need none of that shit. Like, this feels like a tragedy, especially to the people that's older than me that actually grew up watching the Cosby Show. If you grew up watching the Cosby Show, put an 8 in the chat. If you grew up watching the Cosby Show, because like I didn't grow up watching it like while it was airing. I caught like the like the reruns and stuff like that because I think it came out in the early 90s or the 80s. I don't know. But the only reason why I watched it is because my dad used to tell me that the Cosby Show showed him how to be a father. My dad told me that. He told me that over and over again. He told me the Cosby Show taught him how to be a father. Ain't that's and then that makes you wonder. This is the reason why they do what they do to certain black celebrities. My dad told me that the Cosby Show taught him how to be a father. Ain't that crazy? Now what shows we have? What that show called everybody was watching? Is it called Love Island? Something like that? Yeah. They want everybody dumb, bruh. They want everybody dumb. They want you to think about sex 24/7. They want everybody dumb, bruh. The show is, yeah. See, that's how I felt about the show My Wife and Kids. We grew up watching that, My Wife and Kids. We grew up watching the Wayans brothers. What else? Of course, Martin. Yeah, just like a lot of shows. What's that other show? Single, Living Single. Even though a lot of those shows were before, we still like caught the reruns on Fox. Fox used to show all that stuff. And then the Simpsons come on. Claire Huxtable. Oh man, Claire, come on, bruh. Like, my dad told me over and over again, that the Cosby Show taught him how to be a father, bro. That's how important TV is, bro. I don't care if it's negative or, positive. That's how powerful it is. It can teach you how to, it can really teach you something. Yeah, right. A lot of reruns. In Living Color, yeah. See, and you watch Living Color as an adult, you like, wow. It don't matter what year you was born in. We all go through the same stuff. The stuff there was Maxine, all of them was going through on Living Single. We went through the same thing in the early 2000s as teenagers getting older, early 20s. It's like, wow, it don't matter what year you was born. We all went through the same thing. TV and social media definitely have, and this the cold part about Living Single. That show called Friends, Friends copied the whole show, Living Single. They copied everything to the wardrobe, to the episodes. They copied everything from Living Single, bro. A lot of people don't know that. Friends copied Living Single. Ain't that crazy? The show Friends copied. That's why I tell y'all on my channel, bro. I know we're getting off topic a little bit, but we'll get back to it. That's why I tell y'all on my channel, these people like to act like they're original, they created. No, they copied everything. So that's why I say we don't need Hollywood. They copy us. They come to the hood. They come around black people to copy. So everybody talk about the hood. They talk about black people. But everybody copy. They copy the lingo. They copy the dressing. They copy everything. They don't feel cool if they don't brag about the hood. They copy everything. Yeah, girl, come on, bro. Tiffany, thank you. The show Girlfriends was copied by Sex and the City. They copied it. And all they did was put it in Manhattan. They copied the whole show. I never watched an episode of Sex and the City in my damn life. It's just too boring. It don't have no flavor. It don't have no seasoning. Now all shows, yeah, they push, all of them. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now let's go back to the Cosby Show. Like I say, my dad told me over and over, it taught him how to be a father. So do you think they want shows teaching black men how to be a father? Hell no. They want all reality TV shows having everybody out here just goofy and stupid. In the 60s, white men tried to wear afros. Damn. See, I didn't even know that. Congratulations on your accomplishment. I appreciate you. Bacon made easy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. It don't have no season, man. I can't watch no damn Sex in the City. Like, it don't have no season. You put on Girlfriends, you see Joan, you see like just natural, bro. Just effortless, and they copied everything, bro. That's why to me you can't talk about black people, because in this country they copy everything we do. They copy everything we do. They go to the hood, they copy everything. They don't feel cool if they don't act like they cosplaying. I saw on TikTok somebody was like, man, what happened to the white music when white rock and roll was like, it was white music? And somebody said, oh, all the white people trying to be black now. And that's true. They cosplaying, they trying to be black. I like them both. Theo was the standard for, bruh. When he came on, that's why I put that picture of him and Hillary Banks. When he came on Fresh Prince, bro, like, dude was just a player, bro. Like, with Hillary, come on, man. I could never watch Sex. I couldn't. Yeah, like, people like it, but I don't knock it or nothing like that. But I just know they copied. So when I feel like you copied the original, I can't take that serious. Girlfriends is the original. That's the original. The Cosby Show, that's the original. Martin, that's the original. The Wayne Brothers, that's the original. In Living Color, that's the original. They copied everything, bro. What Soulja Boy said, he stole my whole flow, bar for bar. crazy, bro. When you sit back and think they stole everything, and just look at they musicians. Elvis, he stole everything. They stole everything. They don't have an original bone in their body. No lies, can't copy it. They can't copy it. Can't the Wire, yeah. Where there, in fact, that those black sitcoms saved network. Oh man, Blade, Wesley Snipes, he saved, Warner Brothers. The dude, matter of fact, we can go even further. The black dude who just saved Red Lobster. It's always a black person that's saving these damn companies, bruh. Always. Blade saved Warner Brothers, bruh. How many black artists that saved these record labels, bruh? Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross. Like, just think about it, bruh. That's why I say it's time to do our own thing and stop tap dancing for these Caucasian people, bruh. It's time for us to do our own shit and stop tap dancing for these Caucasian people, bruh, because they don't rock with us. Theo shows you that you didn't have to be a gangster. Facts, bruh. Facts. Who said that? Smart Kookie. Yeah, that's facts. In Living Color made Fox. Come on, bruh. And all this is facts. Like, you can go do your research. In Living Color made Fox. In Living Color was the best thing for the Super Bowl. Like, people don't know this stuff, bro. I know dying is part of life, but it's still sad. Hey, I agree with you, CJ. I agree. Especially at 54, man. Like, the most vicious thing they did is when they took out positive hip hop. Yeah, bro, I can't, bro. I try, man. I just can't. I'm probably because I'm getting older. I can't listen to that gangster shit no more, bro. Unless it's like Tupac stuff like that. But the other shit is like pointless, bro. I don't want to hear about your diamond Rolexes. I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. What that's doing for everybody? Like, it's doing nothing. They color everything white. They have been painted over. Yeah. But they talk nigga about us, but want us to so bad. That's it. Who said that? Teresa. That's it. That's why I don't fall for that shit. You talk negative about black people, guess what? I'm gonna do the same thing to your people. Because I'm gonna do the research. While you talking, I'm doing the research. Black people save Cadillac. Come on, bro. And you know the sad part? Cadillac ain't even rock with black people. And black people saved them. That's because we are the salt of the earth. Fact. Yeah, it's just like Angie Stone, bro. They gonna bring up her accolades. They gonna bring up her accomplishments. But they ain't gonna tell you they were stealing money from her for over 30 years. They ain't gonna tell you that they tried to murder her. They poisoned her. They ain't gonna tell y'all that she had to come on Instagram. She had to go to Instagram and talk about it. And then what happened? Months later, she dead. I'm trying to think about that. It was 9 people in the van, and she was the only one that died. Like, think about that, bro. So, when it comes to black Hollywood celebrities, I believe nothing the media tells me, bro. I don't give a fuck what everybody else think. You think I'm crazy? I don't care. I don't believe nothing they say. If they can cover up Whitney Houston murder, if they can cover up Michael Jackson murder, they can do it to anybody. I don't trust nothing they say. Y'all can. I don't. Yeah, Whitney was found drowned. And not just Whitney. Her daughter. Her daughter. So you telling me her daughter died the same way she died? And people just moving on with life like this stuff didn't happen? And then you gonna tell me that, his name Malcolm, but, everybody know him as Theo. You telling me that at 54 years old, you telling me a current, you think I'm gonna believe that shit? A current came out of nowhere and he drowned at 54? Think about that, bro. You think a 54-year-old is going deep in the ocean? Come on, bro. We gotta start thinking, bro. So tomorrow, like I say, tonight, I'm doing my research and we go connect these dots, bro. Because, nah, I ain't going for it. I heard Elvis stole rock and roll. Yeah. He stole it. All the songs he was doing, he stole all those songs, bro. These people not original, bro. We need our own car. Facts. Do for self. Facts. Thank you for your due diligence. Oh yeah, it's a must. Like I say, people gonna think I'm crazy, but it's okay. I'm not trusting the media with nothing, bro. If they can cover up Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross, if they can cover up all these stuff, bro. What you think they gonna do to Malcolm, Theo? What you think they gonna do to him? They know people don't think these. They know we so quick to move on to the next topic, so they can just put anything out, move on to the next topic. Thank you for the rest in peace to Malcolm. That was my cousin. My aunt said that she got the text this morning at 1 a.m. Meanwhile, everyone else found out through social media. We just lost my aunt Saturday. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Oh yeah, it's a must. We show honors and respect to our black men and women who really stood on business for us. So if you go to Malcolm's Instagram account, go to his Instagram account. Everything, everything he do is for black people. Everything he do was for black people. Angie was definitely, yeah, man. I think about that so much, bro. I think about that so much. Like she was related to me. And Living Color made Jim Carrey. Exactly. But see, Jim never forgot. If you watch interviews, Jim Carrey will always show his honors and respect to the Wayans, to Damon Wayans. Like he always show because they made him. They made Jamie Foxx. They made all of them. You know why you think they? Oh, because Michael Jackson was exposing the record labels, and he was telling everybody what the record labels was doing, and he was buying the record labels out. He owned half of Sony. Like he outsmarted them. He was buying people Michael Jackson, let me tell y'all what he was doing, bro. And a lot of y'all probably already know. But he was buying people catalogs that got fucked over in the game, and he was giving them back their catalogs. He was giving them back their masters. He was giving them back. I think he gave one back to what his name was, Richie. Fuck, what his name was, y'all. He played the piano. He from Macon, Georgia. Tutti Frutti. What is fucking? I forgot his name. Little Richard. Yeah. Little Richard. He bought his catalog back from Sony, and he gave it to Little Richard. He gave it back. That's what Michael Jackson was doing, bro. He was messing up the game for the Caucasian people, bro. That's what he was doing. So guess what they did? They got rid of him. Whitney Houston found out that they owed her money. And when she died, they said she was in debt, but they owed her money. And guess what happened to her? She died in a tub while the awards was going on, and the awards still went on. The partying still went on. Clive Davis, supposedly her friend, he said, no, we still going on with the show. Here's the worst part. This AI thing is going to get a lot of people arrested. My friend copied the voice. Damn. Oh yeah, bro. I got pictures in my phone of Prince, bro, dead on the ground. But I don't know if I can post them to I don't want to post them on YouTube and they just get rid of my channel. So they still in my phone, bro. And if I show y'all these pictures, bro, you gonna be like, oh yeah, they got him. They got him. Someone posted them on Facebook one day. It was at 3 a.m. And I'm like, wait, how the hell these pictures get on Facebook? And it was him laying on the ground. He had his Prince symbol. It was a sun. He had a sun with a circle around it on his floor. And he was laying right outside of the sun. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. By a moon. Okay, it's a moon or a sun. It's one of them. They killed Prince. He was dead. Yeah, no, he was outside of the elevator. Yeah. I got the pictures in my phone, but I don't want to post it, and they just delete my whole channel, Introvert, you need to see Ray Charles starts on Elvis Presley stealing back. Okay, I'm gonna go watch that interview. I lost my mother on Thursday. Grief takes the time. Hey, rest in peace to your mom, Yolanda. Rest in peace to your mother. And that's true. I still want to know what Whitney said in that note that she passed to Brandy. Yeah. So what they saying that they saying Theo drowned because of current. Think about the words they use. I want y'all to just think, bro. Sometimes you gotta sit back, like I say in my videos, sit back, shut up, and use your common sense. An accidental drowning at 54 years old. A smart man like Malcolm. Come on, bro. Let's make this make sense, bro. In Costa Rica, they said the irony. The irony. You gonna tell me, oh, let's get him while he's in Costa Rica. Like you gotta think about this stuff, man. You gotta think about this stuff, dog. Prince was doing a concert overseas and he was singing Osama's going to drop the bomb a year before. Oh damn. They said incident meaning something. Yeah. Where the footage? Thank you. You don't accidentally. Come on, bro. Especially at 54 years old. Come on, bro. Didn't they say Rodney King drowned too after he got that money? You know, years later after he got that money from the police. I think he got money from the cops beating him or something. And they say he drowned accidentally. Like you gotta think about these things, man. They getting so lazy with their excuses. They getting lazy because I see a pattern every time. It's a pattern every time. It's the same pattern. And tomorrow I'm dropping a video. A lot of people gonna think I'm crazy, but I'd rather be crazy than to just go along what the media tells me. The same media that lies about everything. They lie about everything. Don't forget they said Prince dies without a will. Come on, bro. Think about that. I was young when I was like, I think I was in my 20s when Prince died. And even when they say he didn't have a will, the first thing came to my mind is they lying. And I wasn't even like all the way on this level. And I said they lying. That's the first thing that came to my mind. So when you heard this news, when it said accidental drowning, I bet the first thing everyone said was, oh no, they lying. That's the first thing we all said in our head. Sorry for your loss. Okay. So they can take all their money. That's it. How much money you think Theo was getting from that Cosby show, bro? How much you think he was getting from that Cosby show? And all the other stuff he did. His sister died too. Oh shit. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you for this information. See, this is why I go live before I do a video, because I didn't grow up watching the Cosby show. I caught the back end, the reruns. So it's a lot of people that subscribe to my channel. Y'all know, and then you gotta look at Bill Cosby. His son died, changing the tire. Like, you gotta look at all that stuff, bro. A grown man even going to go in the water. Like, come on, bro. And black people, we know it's a lot of things we don't do. That water, we won't go deep into no ocean. We ain't going into nobody's woods unless you grew up in the country and stuff like that. Yeah. But for the most part, we not doing that. So every time I hear about a black person being hung from a tree in the woods, and they say they deleted themselves, I'm like, no, that's a lie. See, Rodney King was a competitive swimmer, and they say he drowned. Like, come on, bro. Like, we gotta think about this stuff. Keisha Plum was just talked to him about a month ago before his death. Damn. The insurance money, see? He was in a new show as well. Yeah, see, Malcolm, whatever you call him, Malcolm, Theo, he didn't just stop with the Cosby show. Like, he kept doing big things. He didn't let the Cosby show define him. Even though that was a legendary show, he didn't let that define him in life. And he was still young, 54 years old, bro. We don't do that. Yeah, we don't do that. They better be glad Dick Gregory wasn't here, because he would have... Yeah, Dick Gregory connect the dots, bro. See, that's how I am, bro. I connect the dots, bro. Because they don't expect people to connect the dots. And the information be right there in front of you. And tonight, I'm going to find that information. And tomorrow, we go talk about it. I can swim, but I won't go too far. Yeah, even, see, Even people who could swim, no, we don't do that. They really keep. I'm You cannot trust the media, bro. This the same media that covered up so many murders of black celebrities. This the same media. So you gotta always remember that. This the same media that covered up Whitney Houston murder to this day. Michael Jackson to this day. Prince to this day. It's the same media. So never believe what they tell you. They said Prodigy choked on an egg. Come on, bro. Shit crazy, bro. I think he was in Costa Rica. Teresa, I didn't want to believe it. Malcolm was a positive role model. Yeah. Malcolm had his own show. See? He wasn't stopping. Okay, I got a screenshot there too. Thank y'all. And see, thank y'all for helping me. Because this helps with my research too. The information y'all have, it helps with my research too. So like this why I go live like this, because y'all be knowing a lot too. So I really appreciate y'all. I really thank y'all. Malcolm and Eddie. Michael Jordan there. Yeah, bro. If Prince wanted to own his masters, then Prince had a will. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have to go. I am feeling triggered, and this is a lot. Thank you, Inspired Rockstar, for looking out for my cousin's death, because Maul knew how to swim. No problem, Sam. No problem. Y'all be cool. Be safe. Who was he with? Exactly. Right? That don't make no sense. Come on, they think we stupid. Yeah. You are on it like him. Johnny Cochran. Yeah. Johnny Cochran. Like, Johnny Cochran didn't play that. He didn't care how much money you have to defend you. Johnny Cochran was helping everybody. And then the last case he wanted to do was to get reparations. He wanted to fight. He was going to fight the NFL, and the NFL was scared of him, but he was going to fight for reparations. And guess what? A few months after that, I think it was like 2 years or a few months after, he was dead. He was dead. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Everyone hug your family. Theo was in Costa Rica with his family and probably others, but they won't say. Yeah, they won't say. No, they not going to say. See, they be picking the right family, bro. Like, I would be that family member that's, I'm telling you, bro. No, not enough money can pay me to hide something. It's not enough, especially when it's my relative. Because they can give you money, but you can't sleep. You gonna have nightmares forever. You can't live with yourself. But, shout out to his family, man, because you don't know what they going through and stuff like that. But I just don't trust the media, bro. I just don't, man. I just saw them do so much dirt. I know better. I know better. Michael Jordan Pop got killed on his side of the road in his Lexus. To this day, the black guy who locked up said he didn't do. Damn. I believe him. I enjoy these lives so much. Hey, I appreciate you. I enjoy y'all. Like, y'all give me information, so I appreciate y'all, I appreciate y'all. And like I say, I know a lot of people make videos about what happened today, but me, I just don't rock like that, man. I have to do my research, and we have to put 2 and 2 together. And tonight, I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I promise you. I promise you. And tomorrow, we dropping a video. I promise you. Dick Gregory was the truth. That man was well spoken by. My dad loved him. Yeah, Dick Gregory was the truth. Look up David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks and Paul Williams, all was killed by Motown. Nobody. Yeah, and then they put a movie out and they made it seem like Paul unalived, deleted himself. Then they made it seem like David Ruffin was just on drugs when his kids came out and said they lied. They lied. So now you got generations of people thinking that Paul, deleted himself. Then you got generations of people thinking that David Ruffin was just strung out. Like, you gotta think about this stuff, bro. You don't think they was mad that David Ruffin went solo and leaving the Temptations? You don't think they was mad at that? Because David Ruffin gonna be a star with or without the Temptations, and that was some real shit. David Ruffin a star with or without the Temptations, and they knew that. So guess what they did? Guess what they did? And then they put a movie out to make it seem like he was just on drugs. I'm telling his own kids. Now this dude had multiple kids, and he said, and uh, the movie made it seem like he wasn't in his kids' lives, but his kids say they love their dad, and he did whatever he can for them. Like you gotta, I'm telling you, the game is cold. So thank you, triple arrows. The same media that shines so much light on when one of them folks get harmed, but when it comes to us, we get a little bit of media coverage. That's it. We are going to miss Malcolm so much. I grew up watching as I was growing up. I called him by every part of his name. One minute he was Theo, the next Malcolm, then the whole name, even Jamal. See, when you grow up on certain people, man, it hits different. Like I say, I didn't grow up on them, but I caught the reruns, and I watched them in other shows. But when you grew up on them and you close to the same age, it just hits different. So I know how y'all feel. I know how y'all feel. That's why I have to go live. Anyone who stands for righteousness, they won't. Exactly. Everyone needs to understand numerology. I really hate that. Same thing as Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Yeah. In his last video, he said, life is life. And I saw that. Oh, trust me. Who said that? His child. Trust me. Tomorrow, I'm dropping that heat. I'm doing my research, and I'm putting 2 and 2 together because they don't expect us to put 2 and 2 together. They go show you all this accolades on the news. But they don't want you thinking about, oh, what was he speaking on? Who's after him? Who's trying to take his money? And I saw the video. He said life was life, and he was driving. He said life is life, but he was still being positive. And it kind of sounded like Angie Stone. Angie Stone said the same thing. Life was life, but she was keep fighting. So I'm noticing a pattern. And tomorrow in the video, we're going to put 2 and 2 together. Again. I want y'all to go to Angie Stone old videos on her Instagram page. She was saying the same thing. Life is life. Life is life. Michael Power set up, he probably was thinking he was going to something positive. Facts. That's why I always say, when you sign them Hollywood contracts, they got you, bruh. They got you. They got you. That's why I know my channel will never get sponsors. You know why? Because it'll never get sponsors from black people or any other race. Because I say the things that people don't want to talk about. And I speak up for black people, so they're not going to sponsor my channel. But guess what? I don't have to be rich. I don't care about being rich. I don't have a greed problem. So I don't care about sponsorship. I don't give a fuck about that. Keep up the great work. Hey, appreciate you, Billy T. That's okay because Johnny Cochran inspired Ben Crump. Yeah. Look how Jennifer Hudson ex brother-in-law, and he didn't do. Yeah, May. No disrespect, we don't swim, man. You barely hear about a black man or black woman getting attacked by a shark. Yeah. Hey, I feel you. It's just so sad, but it's our reality. Yup. David Ruffin was murdered too. Yeah, he was murdered. He was murdered. Because you know why he was murdered, bro? And it's crazy because I thought about it when I got older. He left the Temptations. Or they kicked him out. And he was still doing great by himself. They couldn't stop David Ruffin, man, because David Ruffin had a voice that nobody had, bro. When David Ruffin sing, you can feel that pain, bro. Temptations was cool, but David Ruffin was the glue. I don't care what nobody say. And David Ruffin knew that. He knew that. They call people like question everything and research. Yeah, they call you crazy. But I'd rather be called crazy than to believe the same media that cover up Whitney Houston death. The same media that cover up Michael Jackson death. I'd rather be called crazy, man. Call me crazy. Thank you. That's a compliment. In this society today, being called crazy is a compliment. It's a compliment. Eddie Kendrick was also murdered. Yeah, Sam Cooke, all of them, all of them. What wasn't it? Teddy Pendergrass who got in the accident and got paralyzed. Was it him? And they said he was in the car with a trans. But it, that story is so deep, bro. They tried to make it seem like he was, double dipping and stuff. He wasn't even on that, bro. Like they really be creating these stories about our black celebrities. They really be creating these stories to make them look a certain way, bro. They really be doing this stuff on purpose, bro. They'll make these documentaries and put it in their own agenda and have us looking at our own people crazy. They have you thinking Paul from the Temptations was just a drunk and like, bruh, like that's why I always say, bruh, this media is cold, bruh. They want royalties. That's it, bruh. They want money. And times is getting hard these days. Guess what they gonna do? If you die, we get the insurance policy. So we gonna say you died from an accidental drowning. Look, it's simple. It's simple. So tomorrow we have to talk about this shit. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. And he was right. He was right. David was the glue. The game is foul, yeah. We have to figure out what Theo knew. Oh yeah, trust me. A guy, look, I got you. Shout out to the people that's in my chat helping me. But tonight, tomorrow, the video, I got y'all. I got y'all. I got y'all. Jay-Z and Beyonce do for us. Hey, the game is evil and people don't get what. Yeah, and then they mad. Then it may seem like it was beating Tammy Terrell. Yeah, but the real crooks was the record labels, Motown. These were the real crooks, stealing from black people, stealing from all our black artists, robbing them, not paying them, robbing all of them, robbing them. I know Malcolm was working on a podcast about not all black are all hood, I believe. Okay, thank you for that. See, that's why I love my chat, man. My chat come with the receipts. I love my chat. Yes, he was in Atlanta. Yep. They're not fooling anyone. Angie Stone said that. Yeah, Dr. Saber, they got him as well. Yeah, they got him. They got Left Eye. They got her because Left Eye. See, they thought she was just dumb singer. No, she wasn't. If you go watch Left Eye interviews, you go watch her videos on YouTube, she was talking about some deep shit. And guess what they did? She get in a car accident with what? It was about 6, 7 other people in the car, and she was the only one that died. And I think she was overseas when she died. So it don't matter if you overseas in the country. It don't matter. When they want you, they want you. Angie was killed. Yeah, she was killed. He was 2 years younger than me, and I looked up to him like a big brother. Yeah, that's the power. That's the power of our black TV shows, man. Like I said, my dad say the Cosby Show taught him how to be a father. You're not a sellout. Oh yeah, I can't. Oh yeah, I can't. Like I can't come. No, I don't. Money. I don't need to be rich, bro. I don't. I don't need to be rich. I just don't. I don't. This channel is awesome. Thank you, Charles Weeks. Because you got to realize when you want to be rich, they use it against you. When they know you have greed and you do anything to get rich, they use that against you. So you will be a slave to them. They control you now. I learned that last year with a trucking job. When you chasing all this money with these jobs, they know you chasing that money and they gonna use you, abuse you, just to get that money. And once you get that money, you're going to realize, like, damn, all that shit ain't even worth it. That's the game they play, bruh. So you know what I said? Let me stop caring about money that much. Hollywood is wicked. Yeah, it's wicked. She just said she was owed a lot of money in royalties. Boom, car accident. Not just a car accident, though. 9 people in the car, and she was the only one dead. Like, we gotta think about that, you know? That's true, Q. Introvert, you should watch Dallin Spratt. He talked about her ghost. Okay, appreciate that. Who said that? Christian Overton. Thank you. We love you, bro. Hey, appreciate y'all. I love y'all too, man. Like I say, that's why I go live. If I don't drop a video in a day, it's because something happened and it threw me off, and I have to hop on this quick, and I gotta go live and just, tell y'all that the next day, tomorrow, we will be dropping this video and connecting. We connecting the dots, bro. And we connecting the dots. Introvert, don't sign any YouTube. Oh no, I'm not signing no deals, man. I don't know. I ain't signing no deals, bro. Cause I just learned when they find out you want to be rich, when they find out you want to be successful in their eyes, success in my eyes is leaving my daughter a home in her name. Success in my eyes is making sure my daughter makes it through life and she don't struggle. Like, she gonna have her own personal struggles, but when she needs something, guess who got it? Daddy got it. That's my success. When my nieces need something, guess what? Uncle got it. When my nephews need something, guess what? Uncle got it. That's my success. That's my success, bro. So when they know you want to be rich, they gonna say, "Oh, you want to be rich, right? Oh, okay, we got you. Oh, you want all this money in corporate, right? Oh, we got you. You'll do anything, right? Oh." I love Angie so much, man. I love her too, bro. Like I knew her in real life. You gonna be good. Y'all will take. I appreciate you, CJ. Marvin Gaye, yeah, Marvin Gaye. Got his dad to pop him. It's cold, bro. And then this the cold part. They got Marvin Gaye's dad to unalive him. Then he didn't even go to prison. That told you everything. The dad didn't even go to prison. The game is cold. So how much you think they paid him? Because he was mad that Marvin Gaye was the breadwinner in the family. And Marvin Gaye was living overseas because I think he was on child support, and they was like trying, they was trying, like the judges, bro, look, let me tell y'all something, bro. I know all this stuff, bro, because, my papa, he told me a lot of stories, and I watched documentaries for like all my life. But Marvin Gaye had to go to court. He was getting divorced. He was married to this older woman, and the judge, and even Tyrese talked about it on the Breakfast Club. I was like, damn, Tyrese know his shit. But the judge made him do a whole album, and all the money goes to his ex-wife. And the woman he married, she was, it's a crazy game, bro. The judge made him do a whole album, and everything from that album went to the ex-wife. So Marvin Gaye was like, oh, if I move overseas, I don't have to pay child support. I don't have to pay nothing. And he knew this, and they knew that. So guess what? When he got back, his dad shot him. His dad didn't even go to prison, bro. Billie Holiday, yeah. Billie Holiday, like, I'm telling you, all of Otis Redding was Otis Redding. Just come on, bro. Like, we gotta think about this shit. Think about the people who own Otis Redding music now. Bro, those people wealthy, bro. And he's dead, bro. So Theo, Malcolm, whatever you call him, all the stuff he was doing, all the royalties he had in his lifetime, just 54 years old, who you think wanted that money? Who you think had insurance policies on him or whatever? So life was life, and hell yeah. So that just shows you, it don't matter how much money you have, how much fame you have, life still gonna be lifing. That's why I don't chase fame. I don't chase money, none of that stuff, because guess what? Life still gonna be lifing. No matter what. They get everybody some facts. Yes, Teddy. Yeah, Teddy. My bad, y'all. These comments coming fast as motherfucker. Money. Jamie Foxx also. Yeah. They try to get Jamie Foxx. That's why you see him now. Every time he talk at award shows, he crying. Because they almost got him. They almost got him. I'm sorry I can't read all y'all comments. I'll be trying. But let me catch up now. Okay, we caught up. Marvin owed taxes too. He went to Belgium, wrote Sexual Healing. Yeah. See, Marvin Gaye got smart. He was like, I'm about to go overseas. That means I ain't got to pay out shit. And guess what? You come back, your own dad kill you, and then your dad don't even go to jail for that shit. But that brother Bobby Hammond, he was into occult knowledge. They wanted no parts of him. He was sending some things to him. Oh yeah, yeah. Shout out to Bobby, man. See, Bobby's still rotating on TikTok. You go on TikTok, Bobby Hammond, his stuff still on TikTok, bro. Those people behind the scenes, yeah. Look how they did Twit, yeah. Phyllis Hyman, yeah, they got her. Because, see, and this the cold part. See, a lot of people don't know this. Phyllis Hyman, Whitney Houston's career was based off of Phyllis Hyman. Phyllis Hyman was supposed to be Whitney Houston. But the thing about Phyllis was she wasn't no ass kisser. She wasn't green. She wasn't gullible. And Clive Davis didn't like that. So he found Whitney Houston, who was this young 16-year-old girl in a church, and they got her. See, Phyllis, she wasn't no ass kisser. And guess what they say? She deleted herself in a hotel in New York. Think about this, bro. That's crazy. I love Bobby. I mean, yeah. Not many black men die with their reputation intact. Facts, especially with the media too. What about Barry White? Yeah, they get all. And see, people think Barry White was just Barry White was just a singer. No, go watch his interviews. Barry White was talking about the internet before the internet. Barry White was talking about technology before technology. Just go watch the interviews. Marvin Gaye was married to Berry Gordy's sister, Anna Gordy. She was old. Yeah, I think she was the one. Well, she was the one. And she tried to manipulate him. You know, when somebody young, she manipulated him, bro. And she got his earnings. The judge told him to do a whole album and everything go to. And I think the album is called Here My Dear, or something like that. If I'm right, put an 8 in the chat. If I'm right, put an 8. It's called Here My Dear. The judge told him to do an album. He making no money from it. All the money go to her. And I think it's called Here My Dear. If I'm right, put an 8 in the chat. To my people that know about the Marvin Gaye. Yeah, it's called Here My Dear. That's why he named it Here My Dear. Ain't that just some crazy shit, bro? Okay, I'm right. Thank you. Oh yeah, they got Sam Cooke. See, Sam Cooke was a boss. Sam Cooke had his own record label. Sam Cooke was the first black man to have his own record label, owned all his masters. And guess what? They murdered him in a hotel and said that he got a prostitute. Come on, bro. You see what they do to our people, bro? Shalom, Mr. Red Rockstar. You have read the book Operation Paperclip, The Secret. Okay, thank you. Davida Braxton. Appreciate that. I'm gonna get to that. I just screenshot that. Much love from California. Shout out to California. The setup, yeah, the setup. I like that cue. The setup. Yes, I remember that song. Yeah, Here My Dear. Here My Dear. Ain't that crazy, bro? The judge said this whole album is for her. The sound of the man. And this how I found out about Sam Cooke. I was working at a truck stop. I was 19 years old. And the truck stop had a casino. You know, in Louisiana, mostly everything has a casino hooked to it. So I used to go, I was 19 years old, and I used to go to this casino in the morning, clean the bathrooms, mop the floors. And they always played Sam Cooke, Cupid, the Chain Gang. And I'm like, damn, this is some fire music. I'm 19 years old, not knowing, in 2009, 19 years old, not knowing anything about Sam Cooke. I'm like, this is some fire music. That shit was so fire, bruh. The Chain Gang, and every morning that song played, bruh. And I'm like, yes, it made my morning. Every morning it put me in the mood. I was in the mood just cleaning that bathroom, mopping them floors. I was a super janitor. I was cleaning them floors, boy. I was dancing, cleaning the floors, cleaning the toilets. And then Bro, my life is so crazy, bro. A truck driver, like I say, it was a truck stop hooked with a casino, and a truck driver. I'm 19 years old. He gave me like the truck driving book, and he was like, bro, this is the Bible of truck driving. Take this, read over it, go get your CDL. I threw that shit away. I said, man, I'm 19. I ain't gonna be no goddamn truck driver. What? Hold on, 20, 21 to 23. 5 years later, I'm a truck driver at 24, up to 34, over the road. Life is so crazy. 19, he gave me the book and he said, this is the Bible of truck driving. Read this book, go get your CDL as soon as you turn 21. And he was just telling me, bruh, if you start young, your life will be good. He told me that. I threw that shit away in a trash can. I said, man, I ain't been no goddamn truck driver. I'm 19. I'm turned. Going to the club every night. Lo and behold, trucking changed my life. And I'm not talking about the money part. I'm talking about being able to be over the road and listen to podcasts, listen to history. I went to college over the road, bro. 10 years, I listened to historical stuff. I listened to podcasts. I watched interviews. Being over the road was my college. And that's how I can come to YouTube now and, bruh, Kanye's mother, yeah. So shout out to that truck driver, man. I was 19 and turned, bro. I was just working to go out. Like, I'm working to go to the club. We working just to go to the club, bro. And back in 2009, you know, Facebook and stuff was out then and Twitter. But when you go dancing, nobody had their phones out recording still. So we used to go out. We'll get in fights because we'll go to like the enemy territory and dance with their girls, and they'll like threaten to kill us and stuff. It was just crazy and wild and fun. But 5 years later, I'm a truck driver. And to this day, it's not because of the money with trucking, because you know anything with trucking, the money is up and down. It's about the education I got on that road. The education, the self-education I got, the reading I got, writing journals, writing my problems down, writing my goals down. And one day all of it came together and now we here. He was wilding. Man, I was wilding, bro. I was working just to go out, bro. Just to go out Friday and Saturday, bro. I was working just to go out, bro. And like I say, back in 2009, we weren't recording in the clubs. Like, we had our phones. Facebook was popping. Twitter was popping. But when we went dancing, we danced. We didn't record nothing. So we in the club dancing the whole night. And in Louisiana, we dance, bro. We don't just go to the club and stand on walls. We don't do that. Like we dance. You in New Orleans, you go to Baton Rouge, Lafayette, they dancing, bro. They dancing, bro. We don't just stand on the wall. We dancing. It got so bad, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. It got so bad, like we went out to the club and we went to the hotel with these chicks, you know, that we knew. And it was my homeboys, they homegirls, and we all fell asleep, and our phones was dead. So our moms was at church Sunday crying because they thought something happened. They thought something happened to us, so they had the whole church crying. Do you still eat po' boys or not? Hell yeah. They had the whole church crying. They had the pastor praying, bruh. It was crazy. So we walked in where everybody was at, and they was like, what? We walked into where everybody was at, gathered up at, bro, and they was like, wow, we thought y'all was dead. To this day, that story is so crazy, bro. Like I say, bro, we used to work to go party, bro. But I'm glad we did all that. I'm glad we lived to be teenagers, and we wasn't so worried about, oh, you gotta be successful at 19 years old. You're not doing enough. Man, we didn't give a fuck about that. That check was to go out. I feel like it's so important to have that period in your life where you just having fun. Where money is just money, you could just blow that. I feel like that part of life is important. Because if you don't go through that part in life, when you get older, you're gonna wanna live that life when it's too late. So by me living that life, I can be right next to Bourbon Street and not go out and be in a house, be in a house doing content. I could be in New York and not be in Manhattan every day and be focused because I did that already. Now, if I want to go out, it's because I need to step out. Don't grow up too fast. Facts. See, now the world got these young 19 years old thinking that, oh, I gotta be successful right now. I gotta have all the money, right? It got them thinking that, bruh. Y'all, my summer youth checks just to have fun. That's it. Man, paychecks was just to go have fun. We were so crazy, bruh. The club we used to go, it's crazy because the clubs in the hood, they always had a dress code. So you had to wear like some kind of dress shoes, like some Sperry's, some shoes like that. So every weekend we mess up our shoes. So every weekend we buying new shoes. Every weekend we buying $60, $65 shoes to go out. Every weekend we buying new clothes, new shoes because we messed up our shoes because we dancing, bro. So I'm so glad I had that period of my life, bro, where I was young, turned, and just blowing the little money I was making. Because that part of life is important, bro. I had all my fun. These people are out of control. Yeah, because the world making them feel like they gotta be successful at 20 years old. When in fact, you go from 20 years old to 35, you go evolve to different people. You go evolve to a different person. Every 2 years, you go change. I'm at the gym, my brother and my sister. What's popping? Word for Nord. Only responsibility was my phone bill. The rest of that money was for gas and outfit. Yeah. Oh my God, me too. Yeah. In New York, you could pull up anyway, just no hats and do-rags. Like, damn, bro. These lives be taking a turn. Unfortunately, times aren't like that. They used to be. When my son goes out, I have to know exactly where he is, and that phone better stay charged. Bro, let me tell y'all, bro. Okay, so my little brother, he got in a car accident in high school, and like he got some money from the car accident, right? So he got a car while we was in high school, but he couldn't get a license because like he didn't know how to drive or whatever. But so we used to go to parties and like I'll drive because I had my license. So I'll drive the car. So, we lied to my mom and we went to the party in the hood, in the South. We was in South Baton Rouge. We didn't know nothing, bro. We was in South Baton Rouge, where Boosie from. And we're at the party and they start shooting up the party. So ironically, the car I'm driving is in the crime scene. So I'm on the phone. This the cold part. I'm on the phone on the news, bro. The news caught me on the phone, bro. And somebody saw it and they showed it to my mom, bro. Bro, somebody saw it and they showed it to my mom, bro. It's just crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But like I said, I'm glad I went through all of that because now as an adult, I can really focus, bro. In a time where it's hard to focus because you got so many distractions in this world today. It's hard to focus. Hi, Rockstar. What's poppin'? I saw the movie called Social Network. Yep, I saw that too. But y'all, I appreciate y'all, man. Like I say, I'm about to go do this research on Theo, on Malcolm. And tomorrow that video will be dropping. I got y'all. We about to connect the dots. Because I'm not going for what the media telling me. I don't believe no 54-year-old man is going to accidentally drown. I don't believe that. Especially when he was a swimmer. No, I'm not going for it. So tomorrow that video will be dropping. And I appreciate y'all for joining live. Every time we go live, it's a great live, man. And somebody say, why you don't show your face when you live? I'm like, cause I don't know. I just don't. It feels weird. There's your answer. There's your answer. So Tomorrow that video will be dropping in. Thank y'all for all the, you know, information y'all gave me for the video. I appreciate y'all. And tomorrow video dropping. Like I say, every day. If I don't make a video, we going live every day. No days off. I got y'all. So I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all Monday. I'm out.